Hey, what is up, YouTube? It's me, Danny, and I'm tuning in with another new video. Today, we are going to continue talking about the disappearance of Mrs. Summer Wells. So there has been new info that has came in so far, and excuse me if I don't have it together on my screen recorder. I didn't get a chance to put it together because it came from so many different YouTubers. But one YouTuber that I do want you guys to check out, his name is David Polium, I believe. He does missing 411 cases, and he just did an update a few hours ago on Summer Wells and Rosemary Bly, Summer Wells's aunt. One thing that kind of did send my antennas up was when he talked about, honestly, when you guys watch his video, I'm not sure if you might be interested in the first 15 minutes because he was talking about something totally different for the first 15 minutes. But at that 15-minute mark is when he started talking about Summer and her aunt. So he basically I loved how he had his stuff together, and he was actually, pointing out that Summer was not the only girl that went missing in Tennessee. Back in the 1950s and the 1960s, there was two other girls that was a little younger than Summer that had went missing. One of the girls turned up missing literally 5 miles away from where Summer lives. And he said that they found her body on the 6th day. He said that they brought out about 2,000 people to search for her, and when they couldn't find her, so I'm guessing he said that they searched somewhere else, a little not too far out, but just a few miles away. I believe he said 1.5 mile away from her home. And he said that when they got up there, on the cliff or the mountain or something, they saw the little girl's clothes, her socks, and her overalls. Then when they kept going a little bit further, that's when they seen her dead body, and it had scratch marks all over it, and she had on a dress. And they ended up finding her body 6 days later after she was reported missing. And this is the girl that was 5 miles away from where Summer is right now. The other girl was found missing, I think he said about 15 or 55 miles. I'm not sure if I heard him clear enough. But then that one was a little odd because actually they ended up, that girl was 2 years old. They ended up finding her alive. I guess somebody brought her back to the house. I couldn't really understand what he was saying that clear around that part, but the part that really struck me was when he said the other girl that I just told you about was missing. She turned up missing 5 miles away from where Summer is. So it makes me think, once you hear that, you want to go back to what they were saying yesterday about a red pickup truck that they saw in the area. So one thing I love about some of these YouTubers are they hop on this story so fast, you know what I'm saying? And they literally were looking into, because I've never thought hey, maybe I should go on YouTube. I'm sorry, not YouTube. Maybe I should go on Google Maps and see if I can find this truck. I never would think something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe if I travel to Tennessee and walk around in that area, I could find a red truck, but not on Google Maps, because Google Maps, the pictures, the photos on Google Maps dates back so many years sometimes. So I wouldn't be so sure that I would be able to find a red truck. But that's what I do love about most of these YouTubers. They go into deep investigation, and it's sad that they investigate harder than actual law enforcement. Anyway, one YouTuber, once they talked about the red pickup truck that a neighbor said that they saw around the time of Summer's disappearance, they instantly put it out there. So one YouTuber, he actually did something smart, and I believe his name is AB on YouTube, and he pulled up Google Maps and he pulled up the area close to where Summer lives and just kept going around throughout that area and found the damn truck that fast. Like, he found the red pickup truck that quick. And it was literally not that far from where Summer lives. Like, probably, I want to say about 10 minutes away, 5 minutes, 10 minutes away from where she is. And the truck was like not even parked on a street. It was like parked. It was like the way it was parked. It was like parked in a driveway, like hidden behind a tree where you can really see it. It was very, very, very scary. Honestly, this reminds me of something like out of a movie. Anyway, it's the same exact truck that they were describing. The Toyota 1999, 2000, two-door red pickup truck. Only difference was I believe it didn't have a ladder on the back. I'm not sure. But from what I was told, that specific picture dates all the way back to, I believe, 2013. And we're in 2021 now. So, this person might have picked up a new job. They probably are a painter, they probably do multiple things. Now, it's just so scary that the other YouTuber, her name is Emma from Crime Stories Obsessed, she actually looked up the truck, where they live, how old they are, and the VIN number. But she didn't put the VIN number out there, obviously. But the person literally lives like about 10 minutes away from Summer. And this guy is 62 years old. And she was like, well, he's pretty old. 62 is not that old. It's old, but it's not that old. He's like, what? Because my mom is in her 50s, so he's not even that, old from her age. I've ran into a lot of stories where there is creepy pedophiles, creepy kidnappers that literally kidnap kids, and they're in their 70s, they're in their 60s. And this guy could be 60 years old and still moving around real fast, getting around. He just know how to clean up crime so well and, do everything so perfect, because he might have been doing it for a long time. When she said his age, it made me think now, like, okay, the little girl that went missing back in the 1960s, I believe they said the 1960s. So if my mom was born in 1960s and she is in her 50s, that means that he would have been born in the 1950s. So I believe he probably would have been a teenager around the time that my mom was born. He could have been committing crimes in his teenage years, kidnapping little kids, killing little girls. Like, I've seen stuff like this in movies, and I've seen stuff like this on the news. There is sick, like the guy Darren Brown that killed the little boy. He was only 18. It is guys out here that is willing to prey on little girls and kidnap them and cage them and do all type of sick, twisted shit to them at very young ages. And I mean like the age 14, 15, 16. And especially back in the early 1960s and 50s, that's when a lot of sick, twisted crimes was really happening. So if you just take some time to think about that, we don't know if it's actually this person, but it's giving us a pretty damn good idea. But I also want to talk to you guys about not only just that, I really don't believe in psychics, not so much, and it's because it's like so much of a demonic thing. I only listen to them like when it comes to certain cases, and I listen to a lot of different psychics because I want to see like at least 2 or 3 psychics should at least have the same conclusion about what happened. Like, that's why I listen to them. But it's kind of awkward how one of the psychics, Quantum, I cannot pronounce her name for nothing, Quantum Reality, it's amazing how y'all, literally before they even found out about this truck, I believe yesterday, Quantum Reality made a video about a few days ago talking about this red truck that she seen in her vision. Like, it was a red pickup truck. It was old. It wasn't, she was saying like it was like an old red pickup truck, 2-door. The guy that drove the truck, he had a goatee, a big nose. She said he was in like his 50s or 60s. And she said that he had a tattoo on his arm, like a sleeve, on his, I believe, left arm. Then she said he drives motorcycles. He could drive a white car. It was just really scary, how she described that a few days ago. And now look, they didn't find the guy, but they found the truck so far. Well, one of the YouTubers found the truck on Google Maps. They didn't actually, law enforcement didn't actually find the truck just yet. Then you have another YouTuber that I'm subscribed to. I can't remember her name. Undisputed something. Well, she does tarot readings, and like I said, I don't believe in none of this stuff, but it does interest me a lot. Especially when it comes to these missing person cases, because I just want to see what they have to say about it, and I want to see like how many of them can come into agreement about the same thing. Most of them don't agree. They don't have visions about the same thing. So that's what throws me off sometimes. But her name is Undisputed Truth. I've had her on my YouTube. I've been subscribed to her YouTube for a pretty long time. Probably be about like a year or 2 now. But she's pretty good too. She's been doing the Summer Wells case, and she said that she keeps seeing a mortician, somebody that does multiple things. Like the guy that took her, he does multiple things. He has multiple jobs. He plays an instrument. She said that he's involved with the family heavily, like he's a friend of the family. He's involved with the church. He's a mortician at the church. Um, it's just, it's scary. It's scary. And honestly, the scariest part about it is knowing that both the parents have some type of involvement in this, because it's so obvious, guys. It's so obvious that they are involved in Summer's disappearance. I mean, the mother is just giving it away. She's giving it all away. You can tell. I mean, she may be able to hide her face behind the camera, and she may be able to hide her voice. But one thing she can't hide is her guilt, and it shows it off camera, because any other parent would have been screaming to the high heavens for their daughter, especially a mother. A mother. Don shows it too, because it's like he's rambling all over the place when he talks. He keeps changing the story. Like, there is no way y'all could let them get away with this. It's just no way that whatever they did, honestly, whatever they did is an extreme cover up. And you know what? Look at this picture. Look at this picture. Look at Don and his clothing. Look down at his shoes. Look at his pants. Look at the kids. Look at his sons. Look at their pants and their shoes. And so it's obvious that he's a painter and he does drywall or something like that. Excuse me. And his sons, he has his sons helping him do the painting and the drywall. So think about the red pickup truck that they're talking about that has a ladder on the back. And they said that this truck has white buckets in the back, or I saw somebody say white seat buckets or something like that in the back of the truck, on the pickup truck. So either Don knows this person. He knows this person. He knows this person. He works with this person. It's obvious. He either works with this person, he knows this person. I know he knows him. This person that has something to do with Summer's disappearance definitely is the painter. And so is Don. Take some time out to try to think about that. We have to glue the pieces together. We got to glue the pieces together, y'all. It's so frustrating that they can't find any trace of Summer. I mean, they're getting closer, don't get me wrong, because so far so good. They have the truck. Now, one thing I don't like about what they did was they put it out there on the news that this person is a potential witness. A potential witness to what? If he pulled up in the driveway around the time of Summer's disappearance and a neighbor saw him, how is it that he's a potential witness? How? This person is a potential suspect. And the YouTubers, they already put it out there. And honestly, this person is not stupid. This person isn't stupid. So law enforcement can say potential witness all they want, but this person already know what crime they committed and what they've done. So they already know, like, damn, my truck is surfacing the news right now. So it's time to go into hiding. He knows he's not a witness. Come on now. So it's already out there. It's already out there. He knows he's not a witness. He knows he's being tricked into going to the station. So either he's going to move her body, or I pray she's alive, or move her somewhere else. And obviously, I'm pretty sure that's just his work truck. So I'm pretty sure he has other cars. Like, he's not going to be just riding around inside of a pickup truck. You guys, honestly, I just, you know what? It's like my thoughts keep changing, y'all, because, okay, if this person was seen around the time Summer's disappearance and the dad came back when the police were called to the house for Summer's disappearance because the mother finally called the police, the dad claimed that he was at work and he literally works an hour away, but from what we are all told, he made it to the house way before law enforcement did. Where the fuck was Don? Was he 10 minutes away from the house with this guy? Because if this person was seen around the time of Summer's disappearance, that tells a lot. Especially if Don came back to the house fast as hell and not even within an hour. So I'm guessing, it don't take the police that long. So I'm probably guessing he probably came back within about 15 to 20 minutes. But he claims he works an hour away. It's obvious he's a painter. It's obvious he does drywall. This person that kidnapped Summer allegedly is driving a red pickup truck with a ladder on the back, with white buckets in the back, and he stays about 10 minutes away. Why is it that Don came back that fast and the truck was seen around the same exact time of Summer's disappearance? Why is that? Is it because Don was with that person when Summer disappeared? I'm just like, this is just so crazy. Like, I went from thinking it was a drug deal going bad at first. If y'all listen to my first video, I went from thinking it was a drug deal going bad and the mother and Don had something to do with it. Which I still think Candace does have something to do with it because she's acting too damn suspicious. Like, it's obvious as hell, Candace. We know you had something to do with your daughter's disappearance. Just as well as guilty as Donald. The truth will come out very soon. So I went from thinking that to then looking at another YouTuber. I forgot her name, but to then thinking, okay, it's obvious that Candace had an obsession with the 15-year-old. So she got she made her boys stay home because they're old enough to be aware that, hey, mommy's trying to do something to this 15-year-old. So instead, she used Summer as a cover-up to bring with her. Because Don wasn't about to let her go nowhere with no damn 15-year-old. He's already insecure in the first damn place. I don't know why. Candace doesn't look like nothing anyway. So, and he doesn't either. But, I mean, he's extremely insecure. And he knows that she has ill intentions. So, she probably had to use Summer as a cover-up. Anyway, she done got Summer in a car with her. Went and got the 15-year-old, and they went to the liquor store and went to the creek or the lake. Obviously she sat on the side and recorded them playing and stuff like that, and she offered the 15-year-old some alcohol because she likes him. she wants to have sex with this 15-year-old. And one thing that started irking her was the fact that the 15-year-old didn't understand that Candace wants him sexually. He just thought she's just like a real cool person, somebody he can hang out with, even though he's not supposed to be hanging out with a adult. But I blame Candace in the first place. So his attention stayed on Summer, in a way that he was protecting her to make sure she wouldn't drown, hit her head, break any bones or anything. So Candace probably started to get jealous and angry and started to feel like Summer was in the way of that because she wanted to do something with this 15-year-old. So then once it was time for them to leave, the 15-year-old, Candace told the 15-year-old she's going to drop him off at home. He got upset and said, I wanted to spend the night with you guys. And she's like, well, I'm just going to take you home. She dropped him off at home, had Summer in the back seat, and I believe that she strangled Summer. These were my second thoughts, y'all. So I believed that she strangled Summer and put her body inside of a garbage bag and threw her body in somewhere around the water, like in a forest somewhere, and covered her with leaves and stuff. And that was out of jealousy and anger. Now, here we go with a third thought. And now my antennas are going up about Don, because it's just so weird now how they're saying that a red pickup truck was spotted by the house at the same time Summer was reported missing. And when Summer was reported missing, Candace called Don first. Don said, call the police. She called the police. Don said he was on his way. He works an hour away, but he showed up at the house within like 10 to 15 minutes. How? How is it that... And then it strikes us all because he's such a liar in the first place. He lied about Rosemary Bly, saying that he didn't know anything about her. But then he turned around and said that was his sister. Then he turned around and said that was Candace's sister, and she ended up missing back in 2009. So which one is it, Don? Why are you lying? Why do your story keep changing? Like, what is going on? Where is Summer Moon Utah Wells? That is what we need to figure out, guys. And we need to keep trying to put the pieces together and figure out what happened the day that Candace went to the creek with the 15-year-old, offered him alcohol. What led to that point all the way up until a couple hours later, Summer was reported missing. Don came to the house early, and the red pickup truck was spotted right by their house around the time Summer was missing. What happened? What happened that day, guys? We need to try to put that together. Y'all tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try my hardest to stay up to date with this as much as possible, because this is beginning to this is becoming extremely interesting, and honestly is extremely frustrating We need to find out, where is Summer? What happened to Summer? So you guys tell me your thoughts, and I'm going to make sure I keep you guys up to date on this and stay up to date. All right, peace.